Good morning. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum. Um, this is Hiba talking to you about what I promised you that I'm going to be talking about. So just to recap on everything, this is not going to be hands-on how to apply, but just a kind of a guide on my own experience and what's the best thing that you can do, the best route. And again, you're welcome with any questions, like I said yesterday. So I guess the big fat question is, how can I come to Canada? So you can come to Canada through few ways. The first easy way, obviously, is just getting a visit visa. And getting a visitor visa is pretty easy process, but the only thing is, and obviously you guys all know that, is that you have to have or show that you have financial and familial ties or career wise ties. Otherwise you're gonna go and not come back. So if you have that and you have a pretty good situation and you still want to come in and see what you can do, how we are living here, if you want to do one of the exams first for pharmacists, you can always do that. It's a pretty easy process. It takes about a week. So basically apply online, you pay the fee, you get a paper saying that you need to go get your fingerprints and your photo taken for you, and then it takes about a week and you get your visa if they have no objections whatsoever on your person. So that's a way of coming and just checking the country. The other way would be, and some people switch from visitor to the next two ways, or you can just do it as on your own. The second way is basically doing or getting a study permit. So I think this is the easiest and simplest way of coming, but the only downside of it is that you have to have a bit of cash, because you're gonna come in here as a student, a foreigner student, and obviously you need to fund yourself. So how can I come in? Can I come like next month? Well, I want to say yes, but not really next month. So there's tons of small and short courses or programs that offered, and they're offered for international students. One of them per se is pharmacy assistance programs. So those will give you a piece of paper, a letter of acceptance, and you can apply with that letter to get into a student visa. So after you get a student visa, I don't know how long you're going to be given that visa, but you can come in and you can live officially in the city or in the country, and you can hook yourself from another visa, from this visa to another visa, or find a job and then switch from study permit to work permit, and that takes me to the next way of coming to Canada, which is through a work permit. I don't know a lot of people who came in directly on work permit, except if they were working in oil and gas, some IT people. But I think it's not that frequent that people would come in from their countries to Canada through work permit, except and I'm gonna leave that exception for later, because it's a loophole in the system where you can bring someone and they can live in, and obviously after 2 years of working they can apply for their PR. So visitor, study permit, easy, lots of money. You have to apply, you have to find a program. You can even come and study English. Third way, work permit, not that good for us as a pharmacist or people working in the medical field. The last step and the most important one, and that's what I used to come in, obviously, is just immigration. What do I do if I want to immigrate? If I'm thinking that I want to immigrate, you need to consult your major reference. Your major reference will be the CIC website, Canadian Immigration something. This is your guide. You'll find every single piece of information you're looking for, and when you hit a wall and you're not able to find any more information, I'm gonna recommend my second most favorite website that I've used so many times and helps me so many times on personal levels, and I'll tell you later what that website did for me, or that forum. It's called المطاريد المطاريد بالعربي. You can look it up in Arabic, or you can look it up in English. Sign up for an account, look up for people who are applying at the same time, because people usually apply in chunks together, and that's actually how I met most of the people that I know here. And now today we're best friends. Like, we've known each other since we put our steps in Canada, and we haven't gotten away from each other since then. Yes, CIC El Matarit. So the next big fat question is, do I need a lawyer? Should I just get someone to do everything for me? A big fat no for me. Come on, people. We've survived pharmacy school. Lots of other people maybe watching this survived other schools. We're pretty highly educated people. We should be able to do that on our own. But again, if you don't have the time, the luxury of time, and you have a lot of cash on you that you want to spend, then absolutely be my guest and get your lawyer to do that for you. I personally would not. It's a tough process that requires a lot of work and time spent, but it's worth it. You learn how to do your papers. You won't struggle doing any other applications that you'll ever face in your life. You'll need it, because when you come in here, there's a lot of things that you're gonna have to learn to do on your own. So, having that said, I'm gonna actually have to end up that video in 1 minute because I'm starting my shift. But you don't need a lawyer. Young people, my friends who are really into applying and getting into the process of immigration to Canada or migrating to Canada, please consult the CIC website. I'll talk a tiny bit about the express entry, which is the current system in applying to come into Canada as a skilled worker, and El Matarit people, El Matarit. Just to clarify one more thing, this is not going to be a consultancy thing where I will give you in-depth information about how to come in exactly, what papers you need, and all those things. No, it's just a window for you guys to see what I see here and what I've experienced here, and anything that I can help with. You have yourself a great day. That was really pleasant. I'll talk to you soon.